I like to do a lot of research. Sometimes I lose track of time. So I kind of just want to make sure that I'm not bringing up things that we haven't gone over yet. Where's the pottery? Yeah, it's not in here. Okay, well we won't go over there because we didn't look into it. So I'm not gonna get into it unless we unless it's in the list. I don't know how it did. Like maybe it's part of another list. Maybe it's part of another word. I don't know. How did that wind up in my word study? I don't know. You know what? We'll come back to it if I find it. So like going down to again idolatry, because I found idolatry now. Idolatry, image worship, literally or figuratively, an image. Okay, and I'm sorry. This is gonna make so many people upset. It also upsets me because like I have a phone full of images. But get rid of images that you constantly look at. Okay? If you can't help but look at those images, you know, if you have to look at them daily or weekly or monthly, that is worship. Okay? And we should not be worshiping images. Okay? Any kind of image. It says, an example, whatever represents the form of an object, either real or imaginary, used of the shades of the departed in Homer, of apparitions, specters, phantoms of the mind, greed, spiritual adultery, which I have Revelation 9:20 written down there. So you just be careful with your images, okay? Because we're not supposed to have images for one, but if you do have images, make sure that you're not like literally like looking at them all the time, because that is worship. You might not think it's worship. You're like, I'm not bowing down to it. You don't have to bow down to it. If you are literally like, if you have to look at it all the time, if you cannot get by in life without looking at whatever picture or sculpture or whatever, that is worship. Okay, so just be careful with that. I tend to just try to keep blank walls unless I can't help it. Like if I'm staying somewhere that's not my home, you know, that can't be helped. But if I'm at my house, you know, if I'm at my own place, I definitely keep blank walls. You know, the only thing that will be on my walls are like writings, you know, from scripture or prayers or something like that, because it's really easy to fall into the trap of worshiping something, right? If it's something that you think about, if it's something that is on your mind a lot, that could be a form of idolatry. So I just like to exercise caution when it comes to that. Again, not trying to be overly righteous about it, but I know our Father, he likes to say that his name is jealous. So I feel like if someone's literally saying my name is jealous, probably take them a bit serious about that, and make sure that you don't do something that's going to upset them, right? Yeah. Moving on from there, we got sorcery, right? And sorcery is, believe it or not, the use of drugs. Yes, the use of drugs is sorcery. Look it up. It's either in the Strongs or it's in the Merriam. I can't remember where I got this one from, but it's literally the first thing it says is the use of drugs, potions, and enchantments or spells. All right, poisoning, quote unquote pharmacy. Yes, quote unquote pharmacy. It's from that word pharmakeia, so that makes sense, right? And it says by extension, the occult, witchcraft, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry, and fostered by it. Again, this all comes back to idolatry, guys. Many of the things, many of the rituals that they do often uses drugs. Alright, so if you like to smoke something or take something or whatever, be careful, because that's sorcery. Alright? By implication, the remedy, the cure, literally or figuratively, poisoning. And I have a bunch of verses here that I don't have down, but you can look them up for yourself. I have Isaiah 47:9, Hosea 4:12, Micah 5:12, Acts 8:9 through 24, Acts 13:8 through 11, Acts 19:17 through 20, Revelation 9:21, and Revelation 18:23, which describes Babylon's fall, which is all the nations were deceived by your sorcery. Okay? And we know that our nation loves its drugs. Okay? Pharmaceuticals are a big thing in this country. And somebody claims to have been the... Well, I'm not going to get into it, but you can look at my post to see what that's about. I think the video I posted has something to do with that. Anyway, so the word stands for a systemic cultural spell economic. What's the biggest, well, I don't know about today, but what was the biggest grossing, category in the past? Pharmaceuticals. No joke. So yeah, spell economic, political, and spiritual, by which the world power seduced the nations away from truth. Okay, so again, this is going all into Revelation 18:23, and I also have Revelation 21:8 and Revelation 22:15, which go into sorcery, which again, root word is pharmakeia. So I have here, I believe this is from the Strong's, reject all spiritual shortcuts, which are horoscopes, charms, psychoactive experimentation used for mystical insight, uphold responsible medical science while avoiding treatments laced with occult ritual, which today is like, how can you even do that? Because you don't know what your pharmacist is doing with your drugs, and you don't know what the drug company, the drug manufacturer, did with your drugs before they were shipped to the pharmacy. So, just, pray about it. Ask our Father about it. All right, engage culture with the gospel, with the good news, exposing counterfeit spiritualities that promise healing or enlightenment, right, depending on these drugs. Okay, so again, just be very careful. I'm someone who has a lot of sickness. I'm very sick. I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the way I talk, but I'm very sickly. Okay, I've been in and out of the hospital a lot in my life. I've had many surgeries. I've almost died twice. Had to have 2 life-saving surgeries. So I am, let's just put it this way. I used to be heavily reliant on pharmaceuticals to get by in life. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I have not taken any pill in quite a while. Alright? I still might take a Zyrtec or a Claritin every once in a while when I can't, literally, I can't be patient enough to just, depend on Father. But even when my allergies are, so bad, when I cannot breathe, if I just, pray about it and I wait, his angels, guys, our Father is a miracle worker. That's all I gotta say. You don't have to depend on these medicines. Most of them are just designed to keep you sick anyway, right? They're designed to make you sicker, or worse than, or dependent. Um, I didn't realize just how sick I was until I started, you know, what is it called? Trickling off, tapering off these meds that I was being on, that was on. Um, our Father is the answer, guys. He's the healer. He's the healer. You just gotta trust Him. You gotta have faith. And you gotta, if you have to, you gotta pray and fast about it too. Cause, man, I should be dead right now. I'm gonna tell you, I I used to not be able to get by without medicine. But now I'm here. I'm here, and I don't take meds anymore, guys. And I still have these illnesses. I'm still sick, but man, I'm like tearing up. But you know what? I don't need those meds. He's got me. He's got me. I have faith, and I know that if you have faith too, if you don't fear death anymore, if you just like put your whole life in His hands, he's gonna help you. So just trust in Him. All right. Okay. All right. So hatred's next. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you need some extra examples of that, you can go to Romans 8 verse 7 and James 4 verse 4. That will go into hatred a little bit more. Discord, which unfortunately is a very popular platform. It's a social app for many Christians, many people of the faith. But its word, the Discord, which I can't find right here. Where is it? Oh, contentions, I think is what we're looking for here. Contentions. Which I guess here they have hostility or antagonism. Oh wait, making trouble. Right, discord, strife. Alright, so yeah, hatred would be hostility and antagonism. Discord would be contention, strife, making trouble. And I have here written down again contention, debate. Yes, guys, debate is seen as discord. Okay, so there is this famous line in the Old Testament. I can't remember the verse, but it says, "Come, let's reason together." You notice that He doesn't say let's debate. He says let's reason together, right? Let's have a conversation about this, but not a debate, right? And I noticed that when I would go into many servers, especially on Discord, they would literally have a debate channel, and many of these, faith channels, faith servers, and I'm like thinking to myself, why is there a debate channel in this server? But that just seems to be the norm, and it shouldn't be, because we're not supposed to debate. We shouldn't be looking to fight people, because that's literally what you're doing. You're fighting them with your words, trying to get the upper hand. It's also seen as strife or variance. Okay, so again, be careful. Some other examples of this is Romans 13:13, 1 Corinthians 1:11, 2 Corinthians 12:20, Philippians 1:15, Titus 3:9, and 1 Timothy 6:4. Alright, so that's the ones I have written down as examples of this word discord or contention. Okay, so again, you can look it up for yourself. You don't have to believe me, just look it up for yourself. And if you want to repent about it, then you could just take that up with the Father. That's between you and Him.